Ademola. Ademola lived in Nigeria, and his mother died. Before the mother died, she has three kids: Ademola, his brother, and sister. So he wanted a good life. So the mother was able to raise some money since they lost their father and sent him abroad. He saying went to UK, studied, and when the mother died, he decided that he was going to bring his brother and sister to the UK so they could have a better life. So he spoke with his brother and decided that he was going to bring Shegun through the care job, and Shegun was going to stay with him for a year without paying rent, without paying food, and they could save and bring the junior sister, Rita. And everything went fine as planned. Shegun was able to get the job, came to the UK, stayed with his brother Ademola, and started working. And then Shegun started posting on Facebook, live in the UK is cool, bubbling, living the life. And then there was this girl, Rosemary, that Shegun used to like. And Shegun asked her out. She said, no, you're not my type. Keep off. Now she saw him bubbling in the UK with pictures, popping champagne, and she told him, I want you back. And they got chatting. After like 6 months, he came back to Nigeria, went to the registry, got married to her without his family knowing, and just with one of his friends. And he told her, please do not tell anyone about it. And after that, he flew back to the UK and started processing her papers. Then they started having finance. She came back after a while. She was given the visa and she flew into the UK. Together, they started living. Don't forget, Shegun is no more staying with his brother Demola. So before this thing happened, Shegun had already got admission for the sister, and he was trying to. He has paid half of the school fees, just some percent, not exactly half, just £1,000, and he was supposed to pay the rest after she flew in. So he was saving, but he used all the savings to get the documents and the financial stability for his wife to come to the UK. So when she came, she was at home. And welcome everyone. Please leave your comments. And what happened? As she came, she was at home. The wife wasn't working, and Shegun was the only one working. And then what happened? Shegun then decided to get things ready, and he went when they were having financial problem. He decided that he was going to like call the school and they should return the school fees. So he called the school and said, listen, I want to cancel my sister's admission. Hi, I see you guys, welcome. And he said he wanted to cancel his sister's admission, and the school said, no, you have no right to revoke the admission. Your sister have to like call us and say she doesn't need the admission anymore, then we can revoke it. And guess what happened? He now went and called his wife and told her that, listen, you have to pretend to be my sister in Nigeria and, tell her what to say, that she doesn't need the admission and all that. So they called the school, and the school um, decided to revoke the admission. And the school revoked the admission, sent them back the £1,000, and they used it and all that. So when he found out that after they used the money, the admission was revoked, and the sister already have a date in the embassy in Abuja. So the sister, he now decided he didn't know what to do. So he called his friends in Abuja and told them, please look for fake documents, fake admission later, fake documents, everything. GV, I see you. Mark Po, I see you. Look for fake admission documents. And then he said, forwarded everything to his junior sister in Abuja. And she went for her interview in the embassy in Nigeria. And then when she got there, they looked at the documents, interviewed her, and they left. Guess what? She was waiting for her visa to come up. Why Shegun and the sister in the UK, they were having a very tough time because his permit was revoked. The company he was working for as a care worker, they had problems with jobs, so his permit was revoked. And he told his wife, babe, listen, my permit has been revoked. There's no money to pay for the accommodation here in the UK. You get to get a job. So the wife was lucky to get a job within some few months in the care, and she got a visa sponsor. So she then wrote his name as she is the main applicant and wrote his name as the sponsor. So when they went there, they started having some problems and all that at home. They were always quarreling. He found out that his wife was not coming home early as before. So the wife was not coming home early, from work, and apart from that, also the wife was not respectful as before. Weekends she will go out for a party and she will come back the next day. And he got angry and he was like, "Why do you weren't like this before? You know, you come home late, you are disrespectful, you talk back to me and all that." And they got fighting, and before you know, he got angry and he raised his hand and gave her a blow. And she was upset because she started bleeding. She ran into the room, locked the door, and he started saying, "Babe, I'm sorry, please forgive me, it was anger." But nevertheless, she called the police. So before he could say Jack Robinson, the bell rang and he opened the door and the police were there. They're like, "Someone called from this house that has been abused." And the wife came out with the blood on her face and she said, "Yes, my husband beats me," and all those stuff. While they were still discussing that, and then the police was asking what happened, he was like, "It's a mistake. I'm sorry. It has never happened before." But what happened is that while they were talking, they now took the case to the office and they found out that she has removed his name as the dependent, So he was now asked within 2 days to leave the country. The police now took him immediately because they found out that his name has been removed from her as her dependent, because he's now depending on her because she got this new job and he has lost his sponsorship. So he was now taken immediately to the deportation camp. And at the deportation camp, he started crying. And then he remembered he has a brother that he has not spoken with almost 2 years since he brought his wife from Nigeria. And behold, he called his brother. And when the brother saw the number, he was like, "My brother has not called me for a long time, almost 2 years. What the hell?" He didn't want to pick. And then he decided to pick because the sister, before I forget, the sister went to the embassy in Nigeria. And at the embassy, they later refused her the visa. And she was banned from applying to the UK embassy for the next 10 years because she brought fake documents. So Shegun was very angry. The other brother, Ade, was also angry. So they stopped talking to each other for almost 2 years. So when Ade picked the call, he was like, "Shegun, what is the matter? Why are you calling me after such a long time? I've been calling you. You've decided not to pick my call." And he was crying, "Brother, please forgive me because of Mama. Please have mercy upon me." He said, "What happened? What's the problem?" And then he said he's in the deportation camp. His wife decided to remove his name as the dependent, and he doesn't have anyone. Please call a lawyer. And then the brother told him, Ade told him, "Lawyer costs money. I can't call lawyer for you because when I brought you to the UK, our plan was for us to bring our own junior sister, and you decided to go and get married to someone in Nigeria without our knowledge, without our plan, and that is what happened. You used all the money we've saved for a new wife, and now the wife have the documents and she decided she doesn't want you anymore." And he was begging, but the brother dropped the phone, cut the call, and that was how he was taken back to Nigeria. And the brother told him, "As you're going to Nigeria, my house in Abuja, I don't want to see you there because the sister is already in the house in Abuja where which the brother built." And the brother told him, "That house, I don't want to see you there. You are now on your own." So now Shegun had arrived in Nigeria. He doesn't have a place to stay after more than 4 or 5 years in the UK. So, and the sister now is not talking to him. He's calling his junior sister. She's not picking the call. and the brother in the UK is also not talking to him. The wife has sent him out of the house. So, guys, what is your take on this? Who do you think is problematic? Who caused all the problem? Is it the Shegun that refused to help the junior sister after he has been helped? Is it the brother Ade that decided to bring Shegun to the UK and had plans that they should bring the junior sister? Or is it the wife, the girl that decided she doesn't like him before when he was in Nigeria? And since he got to the UK, she now became a first class fan and pressured him into coming, because Shegun is saying is the work of the devil, is the wife that brought him, that decided that he shouldn't pick his brother's call and decided he shouldn't help his junior sister to the UK. That is something we have to learn, because trust in this case was broken from the family circle, broken also with the wife. I hope to see you guys next time in a few minutes. Please leave your comments below. Tap and write whoever it is that's had the problem in this story. And I hope you learn from the story. See you all next time. In a few minutes, we'll be talking about the next story. Bye bye. Nice to see you and welcome to Tonia's Life.